Are you feeling overwhelmed with your wedding planning? You're not alone. It's a common sentiment, especially when you're juggling so many tasks at once. From setting a budget, to choosing the perfect venue, to managing the guest list, it can all feel like a bit much. Not to mention deciding on your wedding style and theme, and then delegating tasks. It's perfectly normal to feel swamped, and it might even seem as though there's no end in sight. But remember, planning your big day should be fun, not a chore. That's why we're here to help you navigate through this process, offering practical and manageable steps to make your wedding planning journey as smooth as possible. In this video, we'll guide you through a stress-free wedding planning strategy designed to help you stay organized, keep calm, and actually enjoy the lead up to your big day. Let's dive into the first step of our stress-free wedding planning strategy, setting a realistic budget. A realistic budget is the backbone of any stress-free wedding plan. It's the financial blueprint that guides your decisions, helping you to avoid overspending and financial stress. Imagine your budget as a pie. You need to slice it up, allocating funds to different aspects of your wedding. Start by listing all potential expenses. This includes everything from your venue, catering and decor, to your dress, rings and honeymoon. Prioritize these costs, keeping in mind what matters most to you. Perhaps you've always dreamt of a designer wedding dress, or maybe an exotic honeymoon destination is more your style. Remember, this is your day, so allocate funds in a way that reflects your unique vision. However, be realistic and flexible. If unexpected costs arise, make adjustments where necessary. Sticking to a well-thought-out budget can alleviate financial stress and allow you to focus on the joy of planning your special day. With a well-planned budget, you're already on your way to a more relaxed wedding planning process. Now, let's move on to the next step, choosing a suitable venue. Choosing the right venue can make or break your wedding experience. It's not just about the aesthetics, although that's important too. You need to think about factors like size, location, and cost. Consider the size. The venue needs to accommodate all your guests comfortably. It's not just about the number of seats, but also about the space for mingling, dancing, and dining. Next, think about the location. Is it easy for your guests to get to? Is there ample parking? And what about accommodations for out-of-town guests? When it comes to cost, be sure to factor in all the extras. Some venues might seem like a bargain at first, but once you add in the cost of catering, decorations, and other extras, the price can quickly skyrocket. And remember, booking your venue well in advance can save you from last-minute stress. Once you've secured the perfect venue, it's time to focus on the guest list. Your guest list is not just about who you want to invite, but also who you can comfortably accommodate. It's a delicate balance for sure, but remember, this is your special day. Your guest list should reflect that. Start by making a list of everyone you'd like to invite. Then consider your budget and venue. How many guests can you realistically afford to host? How many can your venue comfortably hold? These considerations might mean you have to trim your list, and that's okay. It's a tough process, but a necessary one. If you're faced with potential conflicts, like whether to invite estranged family members or how to handle plus ones, remember to stay true to what feels right for you and your partner. The key is to approach this task with understanding and grace. And remember, every decision you make brings you one step closer to your dream day. With your guest list sorted, you can move on to the fun part, choosing your wedding style and theme. Your wedding style and theme should reflect your personality and taste. This is your day after all, and it should be as unique and wonderful as you are. Choosing a wedding theme and style early in the planning process is crucial. It's the foundation upon which every other decision will be based. From the venue to the invitations, from the flowers to the cake, every element should echo your chosen theme and style. So, how do you go about finding your wedding style and theme? First, think about what resonates with you. Are you drawn to a classic, timeless aesthetic, or do you prefer something modern and edgy? Maybe you're captivated by a rustic bohemian vibe, or perhaps an elegant and glamorous setting is more your speed. Once you've identified a style that speaks to you, think about how you can incorporate it into a cohesive theme. This theme will serve as a guide, helping you make decisions that feel right for your special day. But where do you find inspiration? It can be found anywhere and everywhere. From fashion and interior design magazines to art galleries and travel destinations, Inspiration is all around you. Social media platforms like Pinterest and Instagram are also great resources. Next, consider your personal stories. Do you and your partner have a shared love for a particular book or movie? Do you have a favorite vacation spot or a shared hobby? Such elements can be woven into your wedding theme, making your day even more personal and meaningful. Remember, the key to a cohesive wedding theme is consistency. Whether it's a color scheme, a pattern, or a motif, repeating elements will tie everything together and create a harmonious visual experience. Don't feel pressured to stick to traditional wedding themes either. If you're passionate about something, embrace it. Whether it's a love for vintage cars, a fascination with the roaring 20s, or a devotion to a particular sports team, your wedding should be a reflection of you. Once you've chosen your style and theme, you're ready for the final step, delegating tasks. Because remember, planning your dream wedding should be a joy, not a chore. No one can do it all alone, especially when it comes to wedding planning. Indeed, attempting to handle every detail by yourself can quickly become overwhelming. That's where delegation comes in. It's an essential strategy to keep your wedding planning stress-free. Delegating tasks doesn't mean you're relinquishing control over your special day. Instead, you're creating a team that will help bring your vision to life. So, how can you delegate effectively? Start by identifying tasks that you can assign to others. These might include things like sending out invitations, coordinating with vendors, or even making simple decisions about decor. Try to match tasks with the skills and interests of those in your network. For example, if your cousin has a knack for floral arrangements, why not ask her to handle the flowers? Remember, the goal here isn't to offload all the work onto others, it's about sharing the load in a way that benefits everyone. You're able to focus on the big picture, while your loved ones feel included in the process. When delegating tasks to family and friends, it's important to communicate your expectations clearly. Be explicit about what you want, but also be open to their ideas and suggestions. After all, they're giving up their time to help you, so it's only fair to value their input. What about tasks that require professional expertise? Well, that's where hired professionals come in. Wedding planners, caterers, photographers. These are people who've honed their skills over years of experience. Don't hesitate to delegate tasks to them and trust them to deliver. One final tip: once you've delegated a task, resist the urge to micromanage. Trust your team to handle their responsibilities. This might be hard, especially when you have a specific vision in mind, but it's essential for reducing stress. Remember, this is your special day. Don't let the stress of planning take away from the joy of the celebration. Embrace the help offered by those around you and delight in the magic that unfolds when everyone contributes their unique touch to your wedding day. Wedding planning doesn't have to be a stressful experience. Remember that? It's a truth we've been exploring throughout this video. By now, you've gathered some crucial takeaways. Setting a realistic budget is the first step. It keeps your expectations in check and ensures you don't bite off more than you can chew. Next, choosing a suitable venue is all about finding a place that resonates with your vision and accommodates your guests comfortably. Speaking of guests, managing the guest list is an art in itself. It's about striking a balance between your dream wedding and your budget. Then comes the fun part, choosing your wedding style and theme. This is where your personality shines through, making your day uniquely yours. And finally, remember, delegating tasks is not a sign of weakness. It's about making the process enjoyable and stress-free. With these strategies in place, you're well on your way to a stress-free wedding planning process. Enjoy the journey!